Hello, this is Taylor Comiskey, and you are invited to Campfire Read. And this is my
Daddy.
And he is Chef Ray at the Capitol Grill. And we are making apple cobbler.
So today we're going to teach everybody how to make apple cobbler over an open fire. Okay? So we're going to start off by making the dough for the cobbler. And we're going to start by putting in flour. Okay, we're going to put 3 big cups of flour. Go ahead and dump them in here.
This one has the container.
There's one more.
And
so we're going to add all the dry ingredients. We're going to add salt, baking powder, and 3 cups of sugar. In the bowl, preferably. Alright, we're going to stir that around. Taylor, my assistant chef, can stir that around. Once we get all the dry ingredients measured, we're going to add in the milk. 4 cups of milk. Keep stirring. Be careful not to spill it. Rest of the milk. Alright, let me help you out here. You can see we're starting to get dough. It's going to look like pancakes once we get it all stirred together. Alright, just about there. There'll be a few lumps, but not too many. Alright, and that is our pancake batter looking. And this is going to be the dough for the cobbler. And we'll be back in just a minute to show you the rest of it. Alright, we're at step 2 of our cobbler. We have the actual cast iron skillet in the fire. And we put 1/2 pound of butter into the pan, and we're going to melt this until it's completely melted, and then we're going to add our dough that we made a few minutes ago. Okay, that's good. Stop. All right, now that we have the butter melted in our cast iron skillet, we're going to add the dough we made.
Step 3.
Step 3. We want about a good 1.5 to 2 inches of dough in the bottom of the pan. And we're going to just slightly stir the butter into it. It shouldn't be mixed in. It should just be slightly stirred. Now, we've made the apple pie filling earlier. You can use canned pie filling, or you can make with fresh apples. We're going to put the apple pie filling right on top of the dough. And we're going to do it in some different piles, because what's going to happen is the actual dough is going to rise up over our apples when we bake it. Now me, I like lots of apples. So I'm going to put a lot of apples in here.
Me too.
I would not recommend making watermelon cobbler, for that probably would not turn out very well.
And it wouldn't taste very good. It would just taste like dough. It couldn't really taste any watermelon.
All right.
You could just taste the water.
Now in step 4, we're going to show you actually how we bake this. We're actually going to take the cast iron skillet over to the fire, and we're going to put it on a bed of coals. We're going to put the top on. My my assistant if you'd like to get my shovel. Now the rule of thumb with the coals are you want an inch of coals on the bottom and an inch of coals on the top. It's obviously very hot, so this portion of the cobbler, obviously your parents will have to do for you. Once we get an inch of coal all around it, we're going to let it sit for 30 minutes. Now if you put more than an inch of coal on it, it's going to get too hot and your cobbler will burn. So in step 5, guess what we get to do? What do we get to do in step 5? We get to eat it. We'll be back. Alright guys, it's been 30 minutes since we put the coals on top of the cobbler.
Step 5.
Step 5 is we're going to be careful. Obviously your parents are going to want to remove all the coals off the top of the pan so they don't fall inside your cobbler when you take the lid off.
While you're taking the coals off, stay away from where the wind is blowing gently.
Alright, so we're going to take the lid off. I'm using a pair of pliers because obviously it's going to be really hot.
And as you can see, the cobbler is actually done, and
you can see this in here. The dough is rose over the apples, and the dough is nice and crispy and crunchy.
so you
And
can
step
eat
6, it's time to eat cobbler.
So we're going to get it out of the charcoal first.
Yeah, we're gonna bring this in for the class for all you guys to try it. How about some vanilla ice cream on top?
Yeah.